folks, and welcome to my channel. So let's have a look at the energies for the summer solstice. I apologise for the swollen eyes. In the UK at the minute, we literally are battling hay fever season. It's proper having us. So apologies for the swollen eyes, but let's get on to it. One of the things I want to say about the up and coming solstice is this. It is to keep it bloody real. Keep it real. You know, so when we go online at this time, be it a full moon, a new moon, a solstice, an eclipse, 8-8 portal, we are bombarded with content of big events and big changes and big shifts, and we've all been guilty of it. We've all, and the truth is, during these times, that does actually happen as well, if that makes sense. But I think it's also important to keep it real. That I'm being shown the analogy of, like when people say about Christmas, oh, it's just another day. I'm not saying it's just another day. It is a very special day. But I think ultimately we are putting way too much pressure on ourselves, especially around these events, for it to look a certain way, to be a certain way, to show up a certain way. Okay? So I think keep it real, keep it sacred, stay grounded, and actually see what the solstice wants to bring to the table, if that makes sense, rather than putting a narrative on it. And also, as well, to stop putting pressure on these events to be a certain way. Because what can happen is when we go online and we see all of this, you know, great shifts, big events, we can get quite despondent when we go through a moon, full moon, new moon, etc., solstice. And actually, they may just be little shifts within us or little shifts within our lives, and we don't particularly see these big events. And sometimes they're happening, but we just don't see them because it's a collective thing. We may feel it in different ways. So that's what I'm feeling with the solstice. I'm going to be using the Wild Reflections by, what is it by? Why Spell. Okay, it's a nice deck actually, I really like it. I'm also going to be using Through the Eyes of the Soul by Cheryl Yambrak Rose. Okay, so let's get to it. Summer solstice, June 2020. And it's a June 2021 then. June 2025. Well, it is the 21st of June, isn't it? But it's not 2021, it's 2025. What wants to come through for those watching for the solstice? Okay, we've got the king. Yes. We've got the King of Cups. He's not waiting for the big shift or the big event. He's doing what lights him up in his own way, being present in his own life, in his own way. Yeah? He's not waiting for somebody else to do it. He's not waiting for the big something to, he's not waiting for this big thing to happen. He's just doing what lights him up. Yeah? I think as well with the solstice, it's about getting as near to the natural world as we possibly can. The seas, the forests, the woods, the fields, the beaches, wherever it is your natural world is, getting out into the natural world. Um, that's a nice one as well, isn't it? Eight of Cups at the bottom, spiritual revelation. Your own personal spiritual revelation. Again, we've got the natural world there. We've got the sun, the power of the sun. And it's about, it feels as though it's the shifts within you that nobody else is aware of because they're your shifts. And I'm feeling as well with a lot of these shifts, events, we can be so focused on what's going to happen in the collective or the world stage that we miss that opportunity for our own shift, if that makes sense. And when I say shift, I even get a little bit triggered with the word shift. It doesn't have to be a big, huge, life-changing shift. For some people, it will. It can just be a slight, gentle change. Yeah. King of Pentacles coming in. Taking charge of your own destiny. So the two kings here, we've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So King of Hearts, King of Earth. Grounding in something that brings you joy. Being proud of where you are. Being proud of what you're achieving and will continue to achieve. Also, as well, not comparing ourselves to others and be mindful of those that want to compare you to others, because really, that's not something that's helpful. This is about you showing up for you at this time. And quite frankly, sodding the rest, if that makes sense. Yeah. The Hermit, deep inward thinking. I'm hearing gentle, loving upgrades. Gentle, loving upgrades. Often when we talk about the word spiritual upgrades, we're all, I'm guilty of it, we're all guilty of it, but we can go into the energy of, oh my God, that really had my ass. Oh my God, that was so big. Oh my God, oh my God, oh, I'm knackered. And that does, and we can feel like this. But I feel as well, and this, those of you that have taken the time to watch the Rick Mail channeling will know that Rick was talking about this. About being alchemists and manifestors and magicians and wizards and actually being able to deal with energies better. Okay. And it's something that I feel we're trying to learn at the minute on a spiritual path of being able to deal with these energies in a better way, in a much more centered way, if that makes sense. That's a nice one as well. Four of Swords. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to give myself the time to heal. I know I can make that first move, but I'll make it when I'm good and ready. Eight of Swords, restrictions are lifting. I love this depiction. It reminds me of what deck is it? Lightseer's Tarot by Chris Ann. Yeah. Where she's looking into a mirror in her depiction. This lady, I think, is looking into like a pool, like a whirlpool. So in there, she's seeing herself as helpless and hopeless. Yeah. Trapped and bound and no power. But what she doesn't realize is on her back are every arrow that she needs to go forward. Letting go of this past self that feels helpless and hopeless, and knowing that we've got this and that we can take this forward. But also, as well, making peace with these moments when you feel like this. To acknowledge those moments when you're feeling like this, when you're feeling as though, life's going against you. That's okay to feel like that, because sometimes that's part of the lesson, it's part of the learning. If that makes sense. Give you a moment to take that energy in. And being kinder as well to this past version of yourself or present version. If you're sat here and this just feels like you right now, that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Be gentle with yourself. Again, around these portals, there can be so much, People posting their grids, people posting their mantras, people posting their meditation, and it can be very overwhelming. It can be, well, I must be doing something wrong because doesn't look like that for me. In fact, for me, I'm in a mess. For me, I'm shitting through the eye of a needle. For me, I feel angry and resentful, and that's fine. So, Four of Cups. I love this depiction. She sat at the bottom of the tree. She's got the book in her hand. She's got the swing. She's got the cup coming in and the three of cups on the floor. She's hurting. She's hurting. And she's in that energy of actually, I don't want to hear another word. I don't want any more shit. I just want to have some peace and quiet. Yeah. But I also think as well, this is her moment to be able to step away from that. That she's got the book in the hand, that if she reads it and if she learns from it, she can go forward. She's got a swing there, which for me represents fun. It could also be the inner child. There is a lot of inner child healing going on at this time. And when I say inner child healing, that can be really painful because there can be an anger that comes up in relation to the inner child and what the inner child had to experience. So she's giving herself time here. Yeah. Because eventually she knows that she can take that cup and go forward. Let's see what's going to come next. And she takes it because the next card is the Five of Cups. This reading has come full circle. You will do it. You will get through it in your own time, in your own way, in your own lane, asking help when needed, collaborating when needed, doing all the things that you need in this moment. And however that looks to you, be it deep, dark, and dangerous, be it all fluffy, be it all beautiful, whatever it looks, be it all of it, that's fine. But eventually, you get through it. And this is where we come into the card of justice, which is about balance. Yeah, it balances out. So, my feeling with this solstice is, and I think this is whether you're in the summer or the winter solstice, tweak it to wherever you are in the world, go through it in your own way. Don't put expectation on it, but do show up for it. Yeah, do show up for it. And somehow, if you can go steady and balanced and give yourself time with no expectation for it or for you, somehow it works. Yeah. And somehow you rebalance. Not because you tried to fit in, not because you tried to bypass yourself, not because you've tried to pretend everything's wonderful because the day is a solstice, but because you've been real. And that's how you get through the solstice. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is when the Two of Wands, remember, is when he's out there, he's manifesting, he's planning. The Three of Wands is when he's receiving. And then the calmer waters come through. You can have your cup of coffee, a cup of tea, cup of water, cup of cacao. Yeah. Let's take an oracle card. Whoops. A deep secret will come to light. A deep secret will come to light. This, I feel, is your resilience, is your ability to get through something, to face something, to heal something. An answer, an insight, could even be a secret that comes up to help to release you at this time. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Whoops. Seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides. So, time spent with your shamanic guides, seeking wisdom. That's a meditation technique that I keep doing on here. I'd also do it in the one-on-one sessions with the clients. Hand on your heart and just spend some time like that. Also, as well, meditation, prayer, slowing down, stillness. I'm feeling that the only way, well, one of the only ways to get through all of this is going to be stillness, or at least giving yourself moments of stillness throughout the day. Let's take another one. I'm intrigued. Run wild for a while. Run wild for a while. Again, this I feel is attached into feeling the feels. Sometimes when you really feel your feels, it can feel like wild. When you just and you let it out. And I'm wondering if the week up to the solstice, we're going to be running a bit wild or a lot wild. And possibly during it, that could be having fun. That could be speaking your truth. That could be being very brutally honest with yourself or others, running wild. And we've got explore other realms. So I'm getting this at the minute. If I'm driving along or walking along or anything like that, I can, all of you, like, say if you're driving across the street or whatever, and I'm seeing the modern day version of it, but I'm also seeing like an overlay of how it was. So we're transitioning through different realms, visiting different realms very easier with this solstice. So the solstice brings in something, new codes, gateways, portals, whatever you want to call it, to transition and to be able to access other dimensions, other dimensions within ourselves and within the collective that we've either never been able to access before or not been able to fully access. We're able to do it. I'm going to do one more card for the summer solstice. So, activate your DNA. So, create and activate your DNA. It always comes back to this, whether it's a full moon, a new moon, or a solstice. It's about creating and reactivating and activating your DNA and also the collective DNA. And allowing for those upgrades. And I feel if you can take into consideration what we've said in this video, I feel as though you can get through it in a better way, a much more balanced way than if we just like try and make it look a certain way. So I'll pull a card for the Southern Hemisphere. Southern Hemisphere. Oops. The lovers. We are all one, whether you're in the northern or the summer. The lovers is choice and healing. Whatever, and it's like the winter solstice as well. We complement each other and we bring what one part of the world feels, another part of the world feels something different in order to bring balance and harmony. And it'll be interesting to see what's on the bottom of this. You are in your winter. You are in your winter. Yeah. You may have a very different winter than the winters we have in the northern hemisphere, but you're in your winter months. And actually, I remember when we were in the winter solstice, I actually found that the more I cocooned, the better it felt. So cocooning, exploring, and coming back to yourself. And that's it for the solstice. Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.